Welcome to Wirepips FS Academy. I'm Mark and I'm a top trainer on Wirepips FS with a track record on myfacebook.com, funded by multiple firms. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for high quality educational videos. Without further ado, let's jump straight onto the chart. Okay, guys, I want to show you something real quick. All right, so the best way to trade, or the easiest and the most transparent way to trade this forex market, don't forget about some of these things people say. You draw a trend line here, draw this trend line, draw this one, and all this drawing and stuff of it. Bro, I've gone through all this mentorship. I've I've learned so many things, so many strategies, but I found out that what really works in this forex market is following the algorithm of the market. All right, it's called liquidity trading, the algo trading. Now look at the chart now. When you get to the chart, the first thing you should focus on, what is the market doing at this point in time? What is the big banks doing? And you have to have key zones, right? Where on you focus on what the market is doing at this point in time during this New York key zone, during the London key zone. So this highlights you see here, this is London key zone, this is New York key zone. So now when I get to the chart now, I just go to the chart now. Since morning I've not been in the chart, I just go to the chart. So what am I seeing now? I found out that when New York opened from this highlight, from this zone, this is where highlight started. All right, from this box now to this place, this New York. All right, this is where I am looking to take trades. This is where I'm looking at what the big banks are doing. All right, I'm looking at what the big banks are doing at this one. So now, what did the bank do? The big banks, the big player, the big speculators in the market. What did they do? First of all, when the market opened, when New York Q on, when they opened, they pushed this market down to this level. They swept the London low. This is London low. They swept this low. Then they pushed the market up with a high momentum. Like the momentum is too high that it has to push up with an imbalance. This is an imbalance here. We have this imbalance, right? So we've got this imbalance at the zone. It's called fair value gap as well. We have this imbalance at that zone. Now we've got this demand zone as well, right? We've got this demand zone. This is the demand zone. So now I want to be paying attention to these two zones. Why? Reason being that this is a demand level and this is a fair value gap. Reason being that when New York opened, this FX move was a manipulation. They induced people to start selling, thinking that the market is gonna sell. They swapped the liquidity resting below these zones, right? They swapped this liquidity here, mitigated this zone, then started to rally up. Now it is clear that what the big banks are doing is they are buying, right? They are buying right now. So when I get to the chart, I don't want to start paying attention to the previous previous price actions and all that. Right? I don't want to start mapping from certain levels, like we have a value gap here, we have some demand levels and all that, and all those things. I don't want to pay attention to all those things. I have learned so many strategies, like I have learned so many things in forex. Then I found that out for you to be profitable in forex trading, you need to pay attention to what is happening right now. Don't start going back to read the previous price actions and all that. It is good to identify some certain levels, but you need to pay close attention to what is the big banks doing now, like the big players, what are they doing now? Then looking at this chart, you can clearly see that these people are buying now. What are you supposed to do? You have to join the chorus, you have to join them. Join the trend, don't trade against the trend. So what I'll be doing now, I'll wait for them to reprice. All right, I'll wait for them to reprice to this level, to these zones now, because we've got an imbalance here, and this is the demand zone. This is where the buy, this is where the big banks initiated the buy. All right, from this week, this is where they started This is where they initiated the buy. So I will expect them to come to reprice, to come and mitigate this other block or rebalance this zone, then keep the market. Like I will expect them to come and rebalance this zone and keep pushing up. So for that reason, I will wait for price to reprice. I'll wait for the market to reprice to either the zone or the zone. Then I will have to enter with a confirmation entry on the lower time frame. So this is just very simple. The simple way to trade. Just pay attention to what big banks are doing at this point in time, like during their key zones. This is what they are doing. Yeah, you can clearly see that these people are buying. You can see the momentum the market is using to push up. So these guys are buying. So I want to see them reprice, come back to rebalance this imbalance here, then maybe mitigate this other blow. Now, once the market gets to this zone or this zone, I will wait for a confirmation entry to join the chorus, to join them to push the market up. This is like it's very simple. Is very easy and simple, but most times we like to make it complicated. Start mapping out so many different things that has happened in the past. Then you want to take trades from there, not considering if the market will really respect those zones or not. So, but I'm going to pay attention to what is happening during these kill zones. This is what I can see happening during these kill zones. We have an imbalance, we have a demand zone here. The market is pushing up. So I want to see a reprice for me to join. So I want to see the market get to a discount level for me to join to ride the move. This is how to trade. It's very simple. All right. Forget about all these highlights you see here. I can as well, it's kill zones. I use it to map out my kill zones and all that. I can keep my chart as clean as this. I already know my kill zones. I already know my London high and low, my action high and low, my New York high and low. I already know the kill zones. I already know the timings and all that. As clean as this, I can just leave it this way. I already know this is what I'm expecting. So it's simple. First, it's very simple. But can you really pay attention and focus on what you see right now, or do you want to go back to start reading the previous price action that happened years back, and you anticipate that the market, once the market gets to that price level, the market will start to decline? Yeah, it happens, but it is best to focus on what you see now and trade what you see now. You understand? Just be reactive. Just be reactive. That's as simple as that. Okay, guys. Just like we said previously, that we are expecting the market to rise to this level, so we can join to ride the move, right? So this is it. This is it, guys. The market's repriced to this fair value gap I spotted as previously. Now the market's pushed up from this level. So effectively, I was expecting the market to tap into this level when the market started to reprice at this zone, but the market couldn't make it to this level. I tried to reprice here too, but ended up respecting this other block. So then finally, during the New York PM, so the market repriced to this level, right? And started to push up. Okay, so this is it. Forex is very simple. You just have to pay attention to what you're seeing right now and they react to that. So it's as simple as that. This is just it. Okay, so stay cool, guys. See you next time.